I'm Josh Carroll. This is Carroll Auctions. We have an outstanding auction for you this week, August 19th. I'm going to walk you through the auction and show you some of the key lots, which at this point may be every single thing in the room. I'll start with the glass. So this week in glass, I have an excellent selection of artist signed pieces. So my showcases are absolutely full this week of Carlo Moretti, Robert Held, Orient Flume, Costa Boda, and by named artists that are signed. Murano, Lalique, Swarovski, Waterford. I have everything in here this week. Galloway, Global, Baccarat, and more. The art glass in here this week is outstanding. It is without a doubt the best art glass we've ever had in the auction. I cannot wait to share that with you. Along with art glass, I have more. So down my front, Dresden lace, Nippon, more of the crystal characters. On the front side over here in the showcase, outstanding selections of things like watches, including Movado, Gucci, men's rings, sterling silver and gold men's rings, more Swarovski critters, more Lalique, more Steuben, and more Baccarat. Excellent selection up here. Across my top, I have a few great pieces. So the Murano dragons are wonderful. I also have this incredible piece by Brian Beam. This fantastic piece of art pottery from a very well-respected artist. It is signed on the bottom as well. If you like art pottery or art in general, or you just want something for your house that's wonderful and well made by hand, it's a fantastic piece of pottery. Look him up. He's really great. As we continue down the front, I have a really fantastic selection of lamps this week. I like this. This is a reproduction wisteria, modern reproduction wisteria. Nice stained glass lamp here, along with a dragonfly, a single shade. And I don't have the shade for this, but if you need a bronze Tiffany style turtle base, this is a wonderful base. One of my favorite things in the auction this week is this large collection of Matawi tiles. These are made in Michigan. Some of these are licensed through the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation as well. I like these. They have a great arts and crafts look. Most of them, or many of them, have quarter sawn oak original frames. This is a really fantastic collection of these. There have got to be 20 of them. I cannot wait to sell these to you. These are amazing. If you haven't had any of these or haven't experienced these, come down and have a look at them. They're wonderful. Also in this collection up front, Rookwood. There's a single Rookwood tile. So if you like Rookwood, I've got a little bit of that in here too. You'll want to come out and check out the front. Past the tiles into pottery, this is mostly Native American. So over here, I have the black Native American pots. I have some sculptures back here, a couple of wonderful kachinas, and then the best collection I have ever seen of fetishes, little fetish bears. There's an entire tray full of the little carved stone fetish bears. They are some of the best fetish bears I've ever seen. Absolutely the best quality there. And Asian artifacts here. So a little bit of everything in the front. I think among my favorite lots in the front is this sculpture by Stephen Herrero. This wonderful sculpture of the bear hunting for salmon. It's in super condition. It is signed on the bottom as well. So a nice piece here. There's more sculptural and signed artifacts over here. They include the carved white stone polar bears chasing fish. Wonderful selection up here. You're gonna wanna get here at 5 o'clock. Everything up here is signed. Wonderful selection up here. I can't wait for you to come in and have a look at the front tables and go all the way down. Get here early. You're gonna wanna go through this stuff. It's really fantastic. Further down my front in this showcase, more of the art glass, signed glass by listed and well-listed and very well-listed artists. I'll have names in here for art glass in the ad. You can go check those out. There's also a wonderful piece of Franz porcelain. It's called Winter Scene. It has a bird on it. That is an outstanding piece of porcelain to get to sell this week. On top of this showcase, one of the most iconic pieces in here, one of the most fascinating to me, this interesting piece of Fulper. So this Fulper has a glaze that I cannot find anywhere else. I cannot find another example. It's a very unusual glaze for Fulper pottery, and it is signed on the bottom as well. So along with the Fulper, I have some other wonderful pottery up here from the 1940s and 30s. You want to come in and check that out. That's always fun. This is wonderful. This is marked Italy. This piece of Murano glass is huge. It's probably 22, 24 inches tall. Signed Italy, nice Murano piece of mid-century glass, and we'll finish it off with some Goebel Warner Brothers figurines. The front this week is completely full of quality from one end to the other. It is going to be awesome, but the front is not all that we're selling this week. Behind me is the best collection of Chiefs memorabilia we've ever had here at Carroll Auctions. I have signed footballs from Patrick Mahomes, from Andy Reid, from Travis Kelce, and more. This is the best selection of Kansas City Chiefs memorabilia I've really ever seen in one place for sale at auction at one time. It includes Edwards Heller signed jerseys, Chris Jones signed jerseys, Pacquiao signed jerseys, Matthews signed jerseys, Rice signed jerseys, and Patrick Mahomes signed jerseys twice. So I have this one that has its original COA with it. Along with that, we have signed helmets by Patrick Mahomes and Jan Centeru. So the Chiefs memorabilia and balls, it's the best I've ever seen. It's fantastic. On this front up here, I have the Patrick Mahomes jersey that is signed by the three, the trifecta, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce. This one is authenticated as well. Super rare to find all three signatures on one jersey. To have them all three on a Mahomes jersey, extra special piece of Kansas City history there. The sports stuff this week is crazy cool. It's going to be fantastic. On the back, on the other side, I have even more. So back here, we had a rather large selection of art pottery come in, created by some of the best 20th century and 21st century contemporary art potters. They include names like Jose Sierra, and more. It is some of the best art pottery we've ever had in the building. Wonderful pieces by very well respected contemporary artists. So if you need some of that for your house or you want some of that for your collection, we're going to sell that in here with no reserve. Also, duck decoys. I have several signed duck decoys by artists that I know and don't know. The quality on them is very good. It is a large collection of them. On top of the ones that I don't know, there are a few key pieces on the other side that we'll look at in a minute. So duck decoys here, art pottery here again. And over here on this side, I won't call these decoys. I'll call these carved wooden art objects. They include this William Vesey carved duck set. This was carved for Ducks Unlimited. It is signed and tagged. It is an outstanding piece from him. But there's some other pieces too. These little Bob White's quail, these are hand carved, signed by the artist, and I don't know him. But there are other pieces signed by the artist, signed by the artist, signed by the artist. The selection on that stuff is incredible. The art is fantastic. And chainsaw carved teddy bears. This weird, wonderful folk art carved chainsaw teddy bear, and I'm pretty sure that this bear was carved in the Northwest coastal Native American carved bear. It has that style with it, along with this giant life-size puma. So, you know, if you want to impress the ladies, I got some puma for you. On the back, Blow Mold Central, including the scarce Frankenstein and a life-size Dobby. So there's some fun stuff kind of around the edges in here. The art this week is also really good, and it includes a particularly good painting by Robert LeBron of Kansas City's Union Station. So this piece is produced in oil on canvas. It is signed by the artist lower right. The quality is excellent. It's a beautiful painting. It's a great piece of Kansas City history by a very well-listed artist. So that's a wonderful thing to get to sell in here. Along with that, some other oil paintings, including flowers, some wonderful prints, some outstanding prints and original paintings on the back wall too. The Robert LeBron you're not going to want to miss. On my rack this week, on my clothes rack, this is fun. Sporting Kansas City signed jerseys. Team signed jerseys, player signed jerseys. We have at least 15 or 20 of those. If you like Sporting KC and you want some signed jerseys, this is a wonderful collection. Down my sides, the sides are a little different this week. We won't just blow past them. So on my side and on the back, much good primitives. That includes this mega drawer, we'll call it country store set. The drawers on these are wonderful. So these drawers have dovetails that face to the outside. It makes an outstanding eye-catching piece. Lots of drawers, lots of knobs. It also, a wonderful bread bowl and this fantastic wood shovel. I mean, it is just fantastic all the way around. More of the primitive stuff, little primitive desks, a wonderful sled. I've never seen a sled like this before. It's big, it's got cast iron runners on it. It's early, it's probably 1840s or 50s. We really tried to make everything quality this week, so down my side table is a little different. Over here, a collection of John Perry sea animals. Nice collection of these, they're on their stands, they're really cool. One of my favorite things that came in here on a personal note, it's probably not the most expensive, but it's awfully cool. This wonderful selection of canes. And this sucker here, so this is signed Lord's Division Incorporated with this fantastic dragon head set in crystals on it. There are a couple of these in on this. There are also several hand-carved canes that include like clowns, animals, and more. So a nice selection of these kind of, I won't call them folk art. These are more like a character cane collection. Thoughtfully put together by the gentleman. On my back over here, more interesting objects, including the candelabras, the fireplace screen, this wonderful quarter sawn oak table. This is kind of arts and crafts era. Down my back, more sculptures, more pottery, and a really wonderful mirror. This mirror is one of those hand-cut Art Deco mirrors. It has the flowers on it with the vines. It's in great condition. My side tables are full of interesting pieces as well. Signed art pottery, signed birds, more of the glass balls, more of the signed art pottery, the beaded characters. These are really fun. So these are nice. These are those little beaded on metal wire rack animals, 4 flats of those. And there's even more on the other side. So let's walk over there and have a look at that. Behind me, I have a wonderful collection of Balik. Many hard to find pieces, including the Balik lamps, pots, and vases. So it's not your average stuff, it's a little bit better. And on my tables, again, there's no junk on the tables. There's signed art pottery, there's signed Christmas, there's signed figurines. Everything over on this side is signed as well. And you're gonna wanna watch the pottery over here. On top of the wonderful artifacts, the pottery is by some of the best contemporary potters there are. So you're gonna wanna go through here, get here a little bit early, kind of go through the pieces and find out what they are for yourselves. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. I don't have another word for it. My back tables on the sides, they're the same way. Art from Goebel, art from Garcia, more figurines, more art pottery, more Christmas, more toys. It runs all the way down the back. Every single piece is quality. I'm surprised it's this good. I really can't wait to get you in here and show it to you. And we'll finish it off in the way back. Antique sewing machines, antique dressers, a little bit of art, and a wonderful night. So join us August 19th for an outstanding auction. Doors open at 5, auction starts at 6. And as always, get here early for the best parking. We'll see you then.